So I've been checking out Curzon's 4K releases of
Who's?
Curzon.
Curzon's new release.
Curzon?
Oh, are they the artists formerly known as Tartan? I mean, what
No, I think they're
to-
Artificial Eye.
Artificial Eye, that's it. So Artificial Eye kind of died.
It got
but
folded
didn't.
into
Curzon.
Curzon.
So Curzon has come out of it with a couple of corkers. They did Krzysztof Kieslowski's Double O for Veronique, and it's a very nice set. It's a kind of precursor to his Three Colours movies. I've cordially referred to it as the fourth color in what could have been a quadrilogy, because it's extremely gold and it's very thematically on point. But they've done a stand-up job with all of them, in my opinion. But there has been furore over just how red, white, and blue the three colors now are. I mean,
what delicious irony!
These are absolutely spectacular classics, which it's amazing that we're getting them on 4K. It's a lovely sets. They've spent time and effort restoring them. Details tremendous. They look leagues above anything I've previously seen, even the Criterion ones. And I think that it's been a pleasure revisiting them with this much love and attention put into them. Did I sit there and go, this isn't blue enough for me? I remember when it was more blue. It was not, that wasn't a pun intended primary concern of mine whilst watching any of the movies. I found that the blues employed in Three Colours Blue were on point and looked fantastic, particularly the swimming pool scenes. And there's one at night in the swimming pool where it's completely blue and it looks fantastic. There's no bleeding, there's no crush. I mean, it looks gorgeous. And she's got the her daughter's kind of I'm gonna call it a lampshade, but it isn't. She hangs it in her room, which is also blue, and that looks fantastic. I think that I don't have any problems with what they've done with this. They've made a lovely looking set of films that all look quintessentially kind of the period, and they all look very much in line with what a very specific cinematographer wanted the film to look like, to the point where he went to Kieslowski, I'm going to shoot one of your colors in one of your films in green, or I'm not going to be friends with you anymore. And Kieslowski went, sure. It was on the Decalogue, so he went, sure, I've got 9 others to play with, so you can have one in green. But ever since then, this guy's been like, what color can I get away with this time? So it's a very specific look, and he's had a hand in how they look now, and I've got no issues with that. I think that there's a lot of interviews and quotes said about how this is how they would have wanted the film to look had they been able to accomplish it in previous iterations. And that's the same for blue, white, and then red. My personal favorite's white. Each their own. I do not recommend coming into these films completely blind and going, oh, these are classics, so they're going to really win me over. They take a certain amount of time and love and attention. But I think he was a cracking director with a real attention for the human condition and, just people going through crap, whilst at the same time blending in some very almost supernatural, preternatural happenstance, and in such a way that gives them a unique flavor. I think they're masterpieces, and I think the sets really works well together. By the time, if you watch all 3, and by the time you get to the end of Red, it's a very, very satisfying run. So
I haven't seen them for years and years.
Excellent.
No, and I can see that. And Mark was saying, you've never seen them.
No, I have. I saw them. Oh, like
Years
probably
ago.
a
It was
decade.
donkeys years ago.
Oh,
Probably
no.
probably on Blu-ray. Might have even been on film 4. I can't actually remember. I remember being very, very taken blue, then white, and then red. So that was the order. I mean, that's the order
Yes,
that they're supposed to watch them, and that's
I
kind of
think
the
that's what
natural.
people. That's the
Yeah.
standard order that people prefer them in. Blue is their favorite.
Mm.
Blue's got a very good hook, which is, you know, bereaved widow, lost husband and child. And it's a very good hook, and it's unusual for Kieslowski because he plays around with elements of feelings and characters normally in a much more opaque way. Whereas in Blue, he hits you right from the start, and you have to follow that character. It's a much easier movie to get on board with than some of his others, where it's like, what the hell is going on here? But yes, I think you need to have one that you like. So if Si likes Blue, that'll be why he goes back in and watches all three. But you have to kind of really have one that you like.
I think is White the more comedic one.
It is, but it's quite dark.
Starts at the quarry with someone with a suitcase. That's all
I mean,
remember from
yeah,
that.
it's got the quarry in the suitcase. It doesn't start like that, but it's quite dark in its core. It's kind of a equal parts love story and revenge story, which
that's the one that stuck with me more, interestingly enough. So there you go. I'm going to revisit more.
Okay. Yes.
You've convinced me, Kaz.
I really, for that price point?
It is quite an expensive set.
I'm not going to revisit them all now. Don't be dumb.